beautiful people, it's your girl T, and I'm back, y'all. I'm back, and I'm so happy to be back. It's been a couple weeks maybe, but I've been kind of busy with studying and being a mom, a wife, you know, life stuff. But I want to make a video or a couple videos for February Color Your Hoard 2022, which I am co-hosting with Lavelia from Lavelia's Coloring. And she sometimes doesn't get a chance to do videos or like color and chats and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in for her for the Color Your Hoard this year. So what we're going to color in is going to be, I'm not going to say this, y'all, because I can't speak the language, but it means Tales from the Forest Kingdom. And this is a Hanna Karlzon. And as you guys know, she's not doing well right now. She's got some medical issues. And so the coloring community is doing Hanna Karlzon for February. Some people are doing it extending past February. But I'm doing it for February in my Facebook group. And I did make a nice little post in regards to her and how much we care and love her and support her. So I'm going to go ahead and color in this. So this is a book I've not yet colored in. And I chose a simple page because I'm going to try to do a lot of simple pages in honor of Hanna Karlzon this month. I don't know how simple they'll get, but because her pages are gorgeous and some of them can be intricate, but I try to choose a page that I could get done maybe, you know, in less than a week, a couple of hours or so. So I've chosen a page I'm going to show you guys. And oh, before I get started, I want to say thank you for those who've stopped by. Thank you for those who subscribed, liked, and shared my video. I really appreciate you and love you from the bottom of my heart. I've been getting requests in regards to when I say that I've based a page, people are asking, what are you basing with? And I base with Lyra Aquacolor Crayons. They are something that I really enjoy using. They are similar to Neocolor 2s. However, I would say that they don't move as great as Neocolor 2s, but I like them. So this is a set of, I believe, 24. And as you can see, my set is well used, broken ones and everything. They're not even in color order because that doesn't matter to me. They keep shifting around. And I use the top of this as like a mixing tray. So it comes in this tin, and they are water-soluble crayons. And so I'm going to be basing with these water-soluble crayons. And that's what this video is going to be, how I base a page with water-soluble crayons. But it's also going to be a Color Your Hoard and also a Hanna Karlzon supportive type of video. So I've got my Kuretake water brush. I've got a towel that I like to use just to wipe off my brush with when I want to change color. And I have just this piece of plastic that I put behind the page so I don't get anything on the page behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the page I've chosen. I've chosen this last page here. Well, it's not the last page, but it's second to last page. Yes, that's the last page. The second to last page. And I chose this because it kind of reminded me of like the Tree of Life. And so I decided to do this one. So I hope that you guys enjoy this one. I'm sorry, my lights are not staying where I want them. Stay put. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me put my plastic piece behind here so I don't get anything on the page. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter, but I'm going to put it there anyway. All right, and I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to start with the the tree foliage here. And typically when I base my pages with Lyra or Neocolor, I'm using the lightest color that I think I'm going to use as, well, I base with the lightest color, put it like that. The lightest. And then I shade with a darker. So for this area here, I'm going to be using this apple green. And some people like to do it directly on the page. Some people like to use a little palette. I do use a palette sometimes, but that's when I'm mixing colors. But for this, what I do normally, you guys can see there's a big hole there. I normally just squeeze some water out of my brush, get the brush wet, and I just twirl it in there and get some on there. And then I just go for it. So usually though, and when I know my tip is saturated with color, I usually go to the area where I want it to be the darkest with that color, so to say. And I just go, trying to stay in the lines, moving this around. I don't mind if it has some variations of like here where it's darker and then over here it's lighter. I don't mind that because, you know, nature is not all that perfect. So I like the little imperfections where, you know, you're getting some light, some dark. I don't know, to me, it makes it look a little bit less, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know, it looks less perfect because I don't want it to look super perfect. Some people like, you know, want things super perfect, and that's fine. That's, you know, how they do it. I don't. Sometimes I can get a little messy with mine, and I don't mind that either, as long as I can clean it up. So I'm just dipping it inside of that crayon and adding color. And this is called basing. This is how I base my page with Lyra Aquacolor Crayons. And I just go over it. Now, for me, I like doing this method because for me, it helps me finish a page faster when I base a page, because I don't have to add so many layers of colored pencil. This acts as a layer for me. And it's less that I have to do. So this is how I do this. So you guys see, these are lanterns. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make them glowing or not. We'll see. And there's ways to do that. I can use yellow Posca around it to make it look like it's glowing. But for now, I'm gonna just worry about this. I'm just dipping it in the crayon and adding it to the page. This is my favorite way to color, guys. I usually base every page, whether it's not every, I'll say at least 75% of the pages I color, I will base with either this Lyra Aquacolor, Neocolor 2, or watercolors, or or markers. So this is just my jam, y'all. I love doing this, and it's so fun for me to add this color, this base. I love doing it. Sometimes I'll have books lined up that I'm gonna color in, and I'll just like base all of the pages and then come back after I've based all the pages to add, you know, add the shading. I'm sorry, you guys didn't see that. Bring this down, make sure I'm in frame. So, and this is a pretty simple page. So I thought, hey, this is a good one to do for the Color Your Hoard, because I'm not colored in this beautiful book yet. I don't really color in a lot of her books. It's not that I don't like them. I don't want to mess them up. You know, sometimes you don't feel qualified to color in certain books because maybe you struggle with coloring skin, or, you know, doing special effects and things like that. And to me, these books are one of those kinds of books. Like, you want to do special effects, but, you know, not everybody does that. And so, and the pages still look beautiful. So I have to get out of that kind of thinking, you know, like, oh, you can't color it because you don't know how to do, you don't know how to do special effects. So you don't have to. So now I'm just going to choose brown. So now I'm going with this Van Dyke brown. Sorry, y'all. Van Dyke brown, and I'm going to wet a little bit of that. And this has more finer areas, so I'm going to be a little more careful here because I don't want to have to do too much cleanup. So, and typically when this dries, it dries a little lighter. But I don't mind, you know, again, the variations. But I try to keep the darker areas where I know I'm going to have more darker shading. So yeah, you guys, this is I love this. Now, I know some people will ask or have asked me if I first coat my paper or treat my paper with satin glaze or the clear gesso. And no, that depends. It depends on the paper. If the paper is like Amazon paper or a thin paper, then I am more inclined to try to use the satin glaze or clear gesso. But I would say I only do that about probably 20% of the time. Most of the times I try to work with the paper, and then there's certain paper I know I'm just not going to be adding water to it, period. Because it's not gonna hold up well. So, but this page here did not coat with any gesso or satin liquid glaze or whatever. Satin glaze. I can't even think I can't think. You guys know I have a bottle of it over here. But no, I did not. I won't be doing that for this page. Just gonna bring this down here a little bit because I think this is gonna be like a metal. Just gonna make it go lighter there. I'm gonna have to do some blending. I hope you guys can see that. Down there, I'm gonna just go lightly because I'll do some blending. Okay, and I'm gonna come back up here because I've got some branches up there. You guys are hearing the church bells. There's a church close by to my house. An older church, and they ring the bells. Oh, I forgot some green too. I see that. Okay. Go grab my green, clean my brush off, and put a little green on there to get this area. All right. See how fast that was, guys? So basically everything else on this page, I'm going to use colored pencils or some type of gel pen or metallic watercolor. So basically this was step one. And I'm not sure, I think this here I'm going to do in black Posca pen, the background here. And not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of it, or if I'm just going to leave it. We will see. A lot of times I do know what I'm going to do with the backgrounds before I actually get started, but this one I'm not sure. I do know this will be black in here. So that I do know for sure, but what I'm going to do with the outside, I don't know. So let me get down here, and I'm going to add a little bit of this gold ochre down at the bottom here. That's how I'm gonna color it. Doesn't matter if it's not blending up here, because I'm gonna use colored pencil on top. But yes, guys, this is my favorite way. Now this water brush is not one that I normally use. Although I like it, it releases a lot of water. You have to kind of watch what you're doing. I did another page in one of her books, and I didn't realize how much water was coming out. And you know, at a couple times when I was coloring, and it went through the page, my color, and I was like, that never happens to me. So I have to kind of watch with this brush how much I'm doing on there. Yeah, I think that's the only area I'm going to color with pencil besides the tree. Everything else I think I'm going to use like metallic watercolors and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be it for basing. So that was just a simple, I don't know if I want to call it a tutorial or a demonstration. I'll call it a demonstration. It's just a little demonstration on how I base a page with Lyra Aquacolor. So this is still wet, so I'm going to have to let this dry. And then the next video you guys will see, I'll be doing some shading on the tree. And then probably after that, doing some work on these bugs down here. All right, y'all, I hope that you have enjoyed this video of this demonstration on how I base a page with Lyra Aquacolor. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments, questions. I'll be happy to answer. And until next time, y'all, take care.